So wait, my name?
Your name?
See, this is how many years and what I teach. Okay.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Mandy Tucker, and I've been teaching at Irvine High for 26 years. I teach AP Art History, photography, which is visual imagery, advanced visual imagery, AP 2D design, and sometimes academic seminar.
I see students light up every time she walks by. Students get so excited, it's like she's a rock star.
She's super supportive to make sure that they can be the best that they can be, but also challenges them, which I think helps them to grow as artists and to find their voice.
I really feel like even though I'm the teacher, that my job over the past 26 years here, I've learned far more from doing this job and from my students and the people around me than I've ever kind of taught other people.
She's always taught me to work hard, but care about the other people around me.
Students know that she always wants what's best for them, and they always want to bring their best for her.
She always knew that we as students could go beyond what we actually could do. And she always had higher expectations for us because she knew that we could do better. And that always kind of made me push myself to want to do better.
I just compare Irvine High School students with me as a high school student. I was not a very good kid, so I just always think that how amazing the kids are who go here. And that hasn't changed. I can remember very early on thinking, you guys are so good.
That social justice with art connections somehow, I believe that's what I see with the students that come out of Mrs. Tucker's programs.
She allows her students to explore, to make mistakes. Since the very beginning, she's always talked about creative problem solving and being critical thinkers, and she pushes that with all of her kids.
Of course, as an art teacher, I really want them to learn like the value of making and creating things that express who they are and communicate who they are.
I'm planning to go into a major that will involve art and art history, and the content that I learned and the way that she taught it will make sure that I'll remember what I learned forever and ever and ever, and I'll definitely use what I learned in her class in my future.
She gives me a lot of encouragement to keep going. A lot of times if something got difficult, I'd just give up and quit, and she had me keep going.
She, like Miss Peck, can be sarcastic at times, but also very compassionate. I think when students can be emotional in the classroom, they can connect more to the curriculum too.
I follow her advice very strongly.
She is definitely one of our most passionate teachers that really, even though her subject area is in the visual art, she really has a passion for that sense of justice and equity for all students across all departments, and that's pretty special.
Having kids have the opportunity to have like a well-rounded education so they can try a lot of different types of subjects so that they have an opportunity to be exposed to different ideas, different classes, and to kind of help them move along to find what it is they eventually want to do, and then figure out a way to make money at it.
She's brilliant and still curious about learning more all the time.
I've learned a lot from her. She's been everything from mentor, mother, friend, and let's be honest, like she's much too young to be my mother.
Wait, let's be clear, she's not too young to be my mother.
She has an excellent sense of humor.
And she hates phones, so I think her anti-phone mindset has rubbed off on me for sure.
She's very honest.
Miss Tucker's kind of a peaceful person sometimes, so I think I'm going to try and take that and being patient because we do cause a lot of trouble in her class sometimes.
Whenever I see her, I'm always so happy to see her because she's always such like a happy, bright spirit.
She has a really strict rule about not eating food in class, and I walked in with Chipotle, and then all the kids were like, hey, like Miss Tucker, Sachi's got food, and she just looked at me and told me not to spill, and everyone in class just like exploded because she usually goes off on kids with like even a juice box, but she let me eat my Chipotle.
She can be the life of the party. but she can also be the voice of reason. If it's in a more serious setting, she knows just what to say and how to say it. I think if it's in a more lighthearted situation, she can bring everyone in. She seems to get to know people well. And she and Miss Peck have always treated me like a colleague, even though I see them as much more experienced and knowledgeable. And it's nice to always be brought in like you're someone to trust too.
I think it's super important to have a group of people who are like-minded, not that we all think alike, but that are in similar circumstances, like with similar goals and similar passions about educating students and that type of thing. I feel like with my colleagues, we're always giving each other feedback, and I do like to hear what's happening. And I think within the Unified Arts Building, we have like a little group of teachers who, you know, across all departments on campus who come in and eat with us. I could just focus on art and photo and art history and that kind of thing. But I think to be a well-rounded teacher as well is super important, and to understand that what I do isn't the center of the universe. That the main goal is that we produce well-educated, well-rounded students with a comprehensive education.
She has that mama bear personality, and she fights for those that she loves. She fights for, you know, whether it's her colleagues or her kids. And when I say kids, I mean, you know, her own kids, but also her kids here on campus who are like her own children.
I think Miss Tucker's, you know, like those teachers, they're like, oh, find a teacher you can like talk to and reach out to and like have that teacher. Miss Tucker's been that teacher for me. She's always there for me. And no matter what, I can go to her classroom, sit there, hang out, and just have like support. She's like my little support system.
She loves us all. We feel that every single day. Like every time I see her, she'll ask me like, what's wrong? How are you doing? And she has this like sixth sense, and she knows when, she's the best listener. She knows like when we're going through things.
Our department in particular, I think the whole COVID thing, our group of teachers, it was just one perpetual group text message forever, nonstop, about kind of working through the problems and dealing with so it was kind of like we were like a team with a huge goal to kind of attempt to you know, achieve or like move towards. And I certainly couldn't have done it without, you know, my colleagues at all.
I think the school is going to really miss her. She has promoted the arts so well too in a time when people are moving more towards STEM. I think we need to make sure that we keep it going.
I think I'm just really gonna miss that passion that she brings every single day. And I feel like I'm about the same age that she was when I got hired. And so it's just this like full circle. I don't know how, I don't know what it will look like on campus without her here, to be that advocate for just everyone in our department. And so, yeah, she's been great. Sorry.
No worries. Did you need a few tickets?
I didn't know I was gonna cry. You like mentioned it and I didn't think I was going to. I was like, I'm fine, like I'm good.
Do you need any tickets?
There's one.